starting video.
Mac Jones
right,
minus the S.
I am introing, bitch. Shut up. Oh, my computer's already killing itself. Alrighty, welcome to JAMSports podcast, week 7, Overreactions. Can you believe we've been doing this shit for 7 weeks?
Nope.
Yes,
I just got here.
Whose minutes is this? So, the first thing we're going to be talking about, as I screw up my camera,
I am in love with Mac Jones.
is our predictions for last week. Now, I have everybody's predictions. I have them highlighted and everything, so we're going to just talk about them real quick. The first game, so let's just talk about records. I am 9-4 and 1. That one being the Bears and Patriots. Now I'm rooting for. I said the Patriots would win. I'm hoping for the Bears. So May would shut the fuck up about the Niners losing to the Bears. Okay.
So in 4 hours, how would you like me to remind you that you lost to the Bears after we win?
You're not.
Like text, email chain,
I hope you guys
DM on
lose
a
by double
Discord.
digits, so you will get humbled, fucking humbled. Right,
you should
anyway.
definitely go with the snail mail. Just send them like 8 letters. Have them all arrive like midweek. Just like spell out, haha, fuck you, stinky red San Francisco team, like one letter at a time. Like just send a ton of letters.
I gotta do it a week apart, so he always is just anticipating the dread. That'd be great.
Exactly.
Patriots receive. All right, here we go,
Fantastic.
baby.
This is great. I think I fucked up my. Hold up, I think I fucked something up. Give me a minute. Hold up.
Dude, that is such a hot camera angle of Mac Jones.
God, dude.
I
love
can't
this
tell
man.
if my my fan is on and the whatever. Who cares? We'll fuck it.
Who went to McDonald's and
Who
ordered
cares?
a Mac?
I'm 9-4 and whatever. May is 8-5 and
I think
whatever.
I'm 9-2 or 9-3.
You are 8-5 and whatever.
May's
Shut the
actually
fuck up.
undefeated.
Cap.
True.
And then Jack is abysmal with his pick, so we're going to talk about it. So, I picked the Cardinals over the
Okay.
Saints. I was right. It was a dominant win, kind of dominant win by the Cardinals. I still think Cliff Kingsbury should be fired immediately, but whatever.
The offense did not win that game. When you get 2 pick sixes within a minute of each other, that really helps.
Yeah, so I really do think that the Cliff should be fired, though, because he is ass as a coach. He's a god. He's worse than Shanahan.
And then fuck the Cardinals played on Thursday, because if they played on Sunday and Kyler got more time with the new COD game.
Oh god, they would have lost. Oh.
He's studying. It's just the new maps, not the actual game film.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
okay. I just want to say. Oh my god, dude! Wow.
I have a question.
It's
Can
the
you guys
opening.
hear my fan?
No.
There, hopefully.
The 49ers have a fan. What?
All right. Anyway,
Fuck up.
the Ravens beat the Browns. I got that one right at least.
That's easy as shit. That was pretty easy. Oh, by the way, Jack said the Saints
that was
would
a
win,
divisional
just so
game.
I'm not rooting for the Browns until he who shall not be named is gone. I am not going to root for the Browns.
The
Period.
massage
too.
guy?
I will root for the Giants. I will say this again so Jack can get to ecstasy. I will root for the New York Football Giants over the Browns. And I don't care if the Giants have 2 people on their roster. I don't care. I'm not rooting for the Browns. Screw 'em. But yeah, back to your
I
regular.
think I killed Alex.
Yeah, I'm not.
Gee? All right. I'm pretty sure all of us got that one.
What the fuck was that, Jack? What the fuck was that?
So anyway,
What the
the
fuck?
Panthers beat the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I would
I
like
got
to
it
say
right.
that I don't care
said
that they
Batman
lost.
gone, and Batman was indeed gone.
Holy shit! Your microphone just
Yeah, you
imploded.
You just literally cruised at an altitude of 27,000 feet. Now you're back. But I wanted to say that I don't care that Tom lost. I'm just upset that he didn't score Jack. But if you told me to motivate Tom, all he would have to do is just get a beatdown loss to a shitty opponent, then yeah, fine, make him mad. I don't care.
I'm
mad
be
Brady
honest,
is what the
I
league
think
wants.
his divorce is affecting him more than he thought it would.
Of course it is. Yeah, that's his life.
I think he made a mistake. Coming back.
People talk. Oh, Tom Brady's a cyborg. It won't bother him. No, this is his family.
No,
this
it
is his
definitely bothers
livelihood.
him.
It's
You can
gonna
see how
bother
he's
the
playing.
fuck out
He's
of him.
playing shit.
Also, when you're talking about he made a mistake coming back, let's not pretend that we knew what was going on beforehand.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
We
We
are
don't-
not
we
there, and we cannot say that him playing this season was the root cause of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, but I'm saying like if it was what people originally thought it was, where him coming back mostly caused the arguments, the divorce, because Giselle wanted him to stay with her, then you can say that he made a mistake. But also, I feel like if he retire on a good note, like he went to the divisional round, he had a great season.
Going out in 2020 would have been
shit.
literally it. If he went out in 2020, that would have literally just been F you NFL, F you clown Roger Goodell, I'm out of this bitch.
you should have been the MVP last year.
Oh, 100%.
Indeed.
Go out and high note.
I do want to say, if you look at week 1 and 2, why did Brady in all of his post-game conferences and like conferences in general, why did he look like he was dried out like a piece of bacon? Did anyone ever, did he ever explain that? Yeah, dude.
Stress.
Look at Brady now. He looks like he looked like he was, his skin like lacked like general water. Like he looked like it was weird. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was like, Tom, I don't know what's going on, but fix it. But he looks better now. But yeah, he had bags under his eyes, and I'm like, Tom, you need to get some sleep there, boss.
I mean,
anyway,
the divorce is hard. Like, obviously, that's gonna affect him.
The Bengals beat the Falcons.
Bengals didn't just beat the Falcons. They bent them over and fucked the shit out of them. So,
Incredible what happens when a competent offense plays that Falcons defense.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm just putting it out there.
Are we making fun of a team that's on the West Coast, are we?
I picked the Falcons to win because, they beat the 49ers, which I was told were a Super Bowl contender. But, man, the Bengals were just too much for them,
Yeah, no, someone didn't tell Shanahan. No. This isn't a serious team. And he went, "Oh, okay, let me just pull my punches."
Yeah, I'm going to put all the blame on Shanahan at this point. Like, dude, you got to game plan better. Like, you are such a shitty game planner right now.
Demolishes good teams.
I want Jim Harbaugh back. Can we get Harbaugh back? Can we fire Shanahan and just can Jed York just go up to Harbaugh and be like, please come back, please
Isn't he in Michigan?
come back. Yes, and I want Harbaugh back right now because Shanahan sucks cock.
Question: how is he doing in Michigan as of right now?
Not good. I mean, they did good last season, I'm pretty sure.
He's doing well as the Michigan head coach. He just has, until last year, not been able to beat Ohio State. That was his big last thing to check off.
Okay.
Yeah.
This year, Michigan's been pretty good, as have they in recent years. Speaking of Michigan, Cowboys beat the Lions. The Lions still look completely fucking useless. On offense, facing a real defense, they don't know what to do.
I think 2 weeks in a row, or we had 3 weeks in a row, and once again, not braggadocious, not to be braggadocious, but once Bill Belichick exposes a team, everyone else just goes, okay, so this is what we're going to do to stop them, and they haven't been impressive since.
Well, the Patriots were also the first real defense the Lions played against. The Cowboys have probably the best front seven, or up there in football right now.
I didn't watch the game, but I'm assuming Micah Parsons just grabbed a fork and a spoon and just and a knife and just feasted for an hour, or multiple hours. My bad.
I mean, that sounds about right. That's what he does a lot of games.
Yeah. All right.
He is just too much of an athlete for linemen to keep up with a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Especially when he ducks inside, it's insane.
I'm just going to say that I am going to assume that 90% of this Bears offense is going to be Montgomery.
Anyway, speaking of offense centered around a running back, the Giants won.
The Giants won again.
Yet again, all aboard the motherfucking Shane train. Yet again, I picked against Alex in the hopes of the Giants actually winning, and it worked for me.
Jack, you have to say
every single time I pick them, they basically win. It's really weird.
Jack, you have to say it. You have to say it. Jacksonville, what happened?
No, I don't. I'm sure that James guy has a clip like that somewhere though. I'm sure he's got Jacksonville Jaguars. What happened?
Wait, is that? Oh, I thought you made that up on the spot.
No, that's a guy. I was saying that was a guy.
Oh no, send that to me. I want to see that.
Yeah, I will after. Don't worry. But no, that game should have been more lopsided than it was. Daniel Jones had, I believe, 11 incompletions on the day. One of them, the ball was thrown away. 6 of them were drops, which is what'll happen when you have a practice squad receiving core. And when I say drops, wide open, would have been first downs. There was a dropped touchdown on a 4th and 2. that literally hit him in the numbers and bounced off his chest.
Was that the dude that Daniel Jones yelled at him and he was like, "Oh, I feel really bad for that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Marcus Johnson. But yeah, after that he yelled, "Catch the damn ball!" But there were some bad drops. Daniel Jones made good throws. The incompletions, I mean, one of them was thrown away, but the other 4 weren't bad throws. He had a pick negated by penalty, but that was negated by penalty. Don't know. Not talking about that game right now.
Yeah.
Talking about stinky blue New York team.
To be honest, I can't even say it's not stinky right now.
Actually, I would like to say that the New England Patriots are more stinky than New York.
Yeah. I mean, their record proves that. What's your point?
Exactly. So you have no right to call them.
They have eaten more W's than we have eaten W's. What is your point?
Yeah, so which means you cannot shit on the Giants for being stinky blue team when the Patriots are stinky blue team.
Stinky blue, red, and white team, my good sir.
Dude, I swear to God, the Patriots have red or something like. Anyway, Packers commies.
I wasn't fucking done yet.
Okay. Okay.
Why do you think I kept saying anyway?
Go. Continue. Quick.
No, but going into that last drive, first off, the refs misinterpreted the rule. Saquon gave himself up, and so that should have been like 20 seconds left, and that drive shouldn't have happened. There were several penalties that meant that it was a 10-play drive that took 1:04 with no timeouts. And despite the refs like very much working against them there, the Giants defense still held up to hold on 23-17. So we take those on to Seattle.
The last 2 weeks really have been ref ball, like pinnacle ref ball.
Oh, it's so bad. Better. You gotta watch a clip of there was a roughing the passer call against Dexter Lawrence. I'm pretty sure you saw it. I don't know if Alex saw it. What? But the one finger on the jersey, Lawrence barely fell to his knee if he even did, and that got called roughing the passer.
Wait, what was it?
Like he it was called against Dexter Lawrence.
It was the Giants game.
Yeah, Giants-Jags.
At the end of the game.
No, not at the end of the game. No.
Oh, I thought you were saying Jags, not the Jets.
That's why I said I didn't think you saw it.
No, I did not see it.
Hey, listen, these refs have house payments, and sometimes you just got to take some money and look the other way, guys. Am I right?
Oh yeah, you gotta. I'm sure it had nothing to do with Vegas favoring the. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going into that. That's not a real. That was not a real. Not a conspiracy theory. That was a joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, and nobody who is watching this at any point in their lives, the Chicago Bears have scored 3 points.
Okay,
that's great. But yeah, you definitely got to watch the clip of that roughing the passer because it's the worst one I have ever seen, and that bar is low. Anyway,
this man watches Giant football. He knows what a low bar is.
All my life, and that it probably was worse than that. All right, Packers commies. I think we all picked the Packers to win, and the commies indeed shit on the. Yeah.
Guys, let's all just say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
The Packers are ass. Like they are garbage.
I just think that their wide receivers don't get separation, and I don't know what else. Like Aaron Rodgers he's not playing at an old Aaron Rodgers level, but he's still damn good. But it's just not working out.
No. You can't say he's playing good because everybody is just shit on that team.
I'm comparing him to the rest of the league. The rest of the league would still take an old, beat up Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, but like they're just playing shit. Like Aaron's playing shit. The run game is shit.
Would you take Aaron Rodgers right now to suit up in red?
The coaches are shit. Dude, did you not see what Tom Grossi said? For the first time ever in Tom Grossi's history, he said Aaron Rodgers is garbage. Yeah. For the first time, he has never said anything bad about Rodgers in his life. The first time he's ever said it is this year. Please. Aaron Rodgers is not that good this year. He's not good at all. The whole team is not good. The coaching... Like, Matt LaFleur is just not a good coach right now. He can be a good coach, but Jesus...
Matt LaFleur is not doing anything as a coach. That is Aaron Rodgers when he's running an offense. It's the same shit that happened with McCarthy the last few years. McCarthy was not doing anything. Aaron Rodgers controlled that offense, and look where it led them. LaFleur controlled the offense for a bit there. Rodgers has kind of taken more control as they've gotten to know each other more, and look where the offense has ended up.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers. What? Okay, I'm done.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Titans Colts. I think I was
Oh my God!
the only one that had the Titans winning, and I was correct.
Can we just get a
I was
brief,
correct.
just rest in peace to Matt Ryan, because I think he's going out. I really do think that
I think he
that
got
was.
benched. I think.
Yeah,
I
no, he
think he got
did.
benched, yeah.
He had his shoulder. If I correct me if I'm wrong, his shoulder got separated and he has to get it reconnected or whatever. Doctor
Yeah.
thingy.
He won't practice this week. Ellinger starting on Sunday.
But yeah, shout out to Matt Ryan. Love him.
It's Sunday, right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Colts are cursed for how they treated Andrew Luck.
Yeah, no, they booed him, so I don't give a fuck about them.
They booed Andrew Luck?
They did. Yep.
Yeah, when he retired.
Out. Yep.
In the preseason.
Are they stupid?
Go on YouTube and type in Colts fans boo Andrew Luck. The entire
no
most of the stadium.
Their team is ass
booed
every
him.
year. They fucking booed Andrew Luck. No. Okay.
Anyway, the Texans did not beat the Raiders.
Yeah,
Devontae Adams looked both ways before running through the tunnel,
Is that
guys.
your bad man gone prediction?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Neither. So, I'm just gonna put that out there. The bad man gone theory is officially dead.
No. Alex got it once with the Panthers, so we
but
can't make bad man gone predictions.
No, May. That was the week after though, so that's not bad man gone.
Okay.
Like bad man gone is after a coach gets fired, and historically it has been the case where after a guy in the organization gets fired, typically the team will win the next game.
How about this? Let's
not
just
this
do
season. It is
a
dead.
rule for next season. Let's every single person. So the three of us have one bad man gone prediction. So Alex gets one, I get one, and Jack gets one. I think we've used up all of them at this point. But next year we'll all get one, and we'll see how our predictions end up.
I stand by Alex not having used his yet, but
okay, Alex, then just give him one. Then he can use it whenever he wants. I don't know if anyone's getting fired anytime soon, though. That's the thing.
Who knows?
Please
Hackett getting fired mid-season would shock me.
Please fire Hackett, bro. Bring in a better coach. I swear to God.
Speaking of Hackett, we're at the Broncos-Jets games. I want to put it out there. Zach Wilson legitimately looks worse, like by a decent amount, than like second-year Josh Allen, who is about the worst quarterback I've ever seen play football.
Losing a top 10 running back also doesn't help. Getting what's his name, Hall?
Yeah, Breece Hall.
Yeah.
And they lost Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah.
But they still won a game. Like they're still winning games despite having maybe one of the worst quarterbacks in football.
What does Tucker
not
do?
like the worst
So
at
what
this
is
point.
Trey Lance then? I'd like to hear this.
Elijah Vera Tucker is guard tackle. Trey Lance is out for the fucking season.
No, but like you're saying that he's ass cheeks, like the worst you've ever seen.
It's okay. He has a pillow on the bench. He's gonna be fine.
Where does Trey Lance rank?
Trey Lance is not terribly much better, but he is better.
Yeah, let's go.
He also plays with a better offense around him, which probably helps.
Oh,
I don't know what Trey Lance would look like on the Jets, but the Jets are still winning games despite having horrid quarterback play. So, good for them. Bad for the Broncos. I honestly think Hackett should be fired before we get to like week 15.
Would you say this
Dude, he
is
should
the
be fired
offense's,
next week if they lose? Like, I'm not kidding. Dude, he's
The
an
Jets-
ass.
What?
Oh, so were you gonna say something, Alex?
No, I was just saying that Nathaniel Hackett should be fired by next week if they lose.
No worries. I was just wondering how much of this offense, because I heard that the defense actually isn't that bad, but I heard the offense is just a massive flop right now. How much would you say of that is correlated to Zach Wilson just not being the guy, and how much do you think it's LaFleur? Can't remember.
The other,
Saleh?
the
Mike
LaFleur the younger.
Mike,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the old Niners
So-
guy.
The scheme, it's hard to tell because Wilson is horribly inept at quarterback.
Yeah.
He is genuinely really bad. Like it is painful to see. And he also has like pre-breakout Josh Allen disease of he tries to break this big play all the time, but it just doesn't work. Right? Like he does that thing where he scrambles way too early and then scrambles forever trying to make a play, and then he just ends up throwing it right to a defender.
Is he more
instead
of a mobile
actually
guy?
making a play.
Is he actually in
he
the
has-
mobile category?
He has athleticism, but he's
Yeah.
not like a running first quarterback,
Gotcha.
He's not Josh
even if he
Allen.
might want to be. Well, obviously he's not Josh Allen.
Or Daniel Jones, or Patrick
keep in
Mahomes,
mind,
or Lamar.
Josh Allen did not explode. Josh Allen exploded when almost 2
Year
years ago.
3.
So,
Year 3.
oh, okay, so yeah, so we're still right now. All these second-year quarterbacks, I would say, still have time to turn into something great. But
You're
that's
right.
Josh
Trey
Allen also
Lance,
completely
baby.
rebuilt his throwing motion from the ground up to have a chance of throwing an accurate ball. And him
Trey
finding
Lance.
throwing accuracy in his 3rd year is the reason he turned it around.
Lance,
Matt
please,
Patricia.
I'm just going to put that out there.
Matt Patricia isn't looking at an offensive card right now. It's the IHOP dinner menu. So
Anyway.
yeah, that's just what it is.
The Jets receiving core is good. The Jets running game with Breece Hall was good. Breece Hall was actually looking like a star.
Yeah.
The problem is that receiving core can't do shit with a bad quarterback. So it's all on that
It also
defense right
doesn't
now.
help. Wait, didn't Elijah Moore get benched? Or is it next week that he's getting benched?
I think it was this week that he didn't play, but he also just hasn't been getting snaps in the first place. So it doesn't really matter if he's quote unquote benched.
Yeah.
He hasn't contributed for them because he's fallen out of favor.
Sad Panda.
All right, Chiefs beat the 49ers. I got that one right. And it wasn't even fucking close.
You know what's funny? It was close until the last quarter, so I have to say they did kind of stat pile a little bit at the end, but we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is the Niners fucking suck.
Damn.
Shanahan, what the
Damn.
fuck are you doing? Brandon Ayuk said it, and he did it. He said it perfectly. The Niners have too many fucking weapons to score 20-something points in a game. We have too many damn playmakers to score 20-something points in a fucking game. Part of that's on Jimmy, part of that's on Shanahan.
Consider that you have a worse offense than both the Bills and the Chiefs, and that game was like 24-20. The amount of points you score in a game isn't necessarily correlated to how good the offense is week to week. Like that,
Yeah, but
he makes a point,
but
but that is a point you make against the Falcons, not against the Chiefs.
Yeah, but
because
also,
even though
like,
the Chiefs' defense isn't their biggest strength, they are strong enough to take them into the playoffs and to play well.
Yeah, but they're not like anywhere close near like the Niners' offense has Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey. Like,
and Kittle this year has been a glorified offensive tackle.
Yeah, but dude,
he hasn't done shit.
He got a touchdown last game, bro. What do you mean?
Okay.
He had more yards and more touchdowns than Travis Kelce. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
You know?
A 1 week sample size? I'm shocked.
Dude, I remember
Anyway.
last year, Kittle went off for like 200 yards and like 3 touchdowns in a 2-game span.
The Seahawks beat the Chargers. Geno Smith over the full season has been like the 4th best quarterback in football.
How, dude? What the
Ben
fuck?
McAdoo was right. I don't know.
What do you mean, Ben
Can you
McAdoo
guys
was right? Wait, what?
can I get a quote dub of the century? I said it last week and I was right, and I just want y'all to say it. Dub of the
You did.
century by Geno
You
Smith.
did.
Jack, you got to say
Fat
it.
dub.
No,
Dub of the century by Geno
There-
Smith.
Alex, dub of the century, Geno Smith. Give it to me.
Double the century, Geno Smith.
Yeah. I don't know what Pete Carroll is cooking, but it is damn good.
Funny how the cooking in Seattle gets so much better when Russ leaves.
Oh no.
Dude, I'd actually eat it now.
Didn't they also like draft linemen though? Like,
I saw still, even though they've been playing all right, it hasn't been better enough. Wilson also had that thing where he tries to make something out of nothing,
Yeah.
even when there is something.
and he ran
My
into a
favorite
lot of
quote
sacks.
that was as a joke, but I'm just gonna read it to you. This was from one of my friends. For the majority of Wilson's Seahawks career, the Seahawks offense was just some backyard football and some deep balls. I'm not surprised that the team is actually playing better with a QB that can actually run an NFL offense.
I mean, it might not be a joke anymore. Like, this is definitely like serious at this point. Like, Russ is trying to do extra shit and it's just not working in Denver. So
Damn, 69 just barreled into that guy. Holy crap.
anyway, Steelers Dolphins. I got that wrong.
I also got that wrong. We
I
all
was
did.
hoping the Steelers would win.
So the Steelers should have won. They dropped like 4 interceptions that were basically handed to
Don't
them.
remind me. I hated
The
watching
Dolphins.
that game.
The Dolphins' Tua karma is very strong. That team looked like they were destined for a deep playoff run through 3 weeks. They mishandled Tua, and now they're hitting the fan. They only won that game because nobody on the Steelers defense can catch a fucking football. And people on the Dolphins defense could. Pickett made some boneheaded throws trying to make something happen late in that game.
Yeah,
But
it just...
Tua, Pickett was
How
the
long
better
is,
quarterback in that game. Like, Tua wasn't good.
How long was
Yeah.
TJ? Is TJ one out for the season?
Nah, he'll probably be back kind of late in the season, though. Like, it'll be a few more weeks. So, at least past the halfway point.
All right, and Patriots and Bears. Hopefully, the Bears fuck up the Patriots. Anyway,
They won't.
And then, you want to go to predictions for this week?
Let's
Well,
go
we've got
predictions. Well, we have May, and then we and Jack are. May's gonna leave to watch the game, and me and Jack will talk about our stuff.
yes.
All right.
When do you talk about the Yankees, New York?
That is
When,
after you leave, May, because you didn't want to be
That's-
part of it. You wanted to watch.
I know.
No,
I
it's
just
because
You wanted to watch
because
the
you don't
game.
watch baseball.
listen,
Yeah,
Jack.
he doesn't watch baseball.
When you cry
Um,
for me, just know that I'm gonna be humming "New York, New York" by Frank Sinatra.
You
Okay.
know what? That's a great
Cool.
song, so I do it. That's
Okay.
a great song.
Anyway,
Alright.
I have the Ravens beating the Buccaneers this week.
Same.
Wha-
They just put up, what, 3 points against the fucking Panthers?
I know. I was just about to say Tom Brady, and then my brain just went like record scratch.
That team looks dead, and this Ravens defense is actually pretty good. And they're especially good, like, against the run for the most part,
Yeah.
to the point where, like, I don't think that if they commit to stopping the run, Brady's going to have to beat them, and that passing offense just,
So
no.
I'm gonna throw this out there. May did pick the Bucks to win.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
all right, now we have Broncos and Jaguars. I have the Jaguars winning. Fuck the Broncos. They're dog shit. And May has the Broncos winning.
They have to win like a game.
No, they
Or
don't.
two.
No, they
So-
don't. Their offense is abysmal. They're not winning shit.
I have the Jaguars only because Trevor Lawrence looks so good. Like, Daniel Jones probably played better, but Trevor Lawrence played so well on Sunday. Like, genuinely really impressed me. Travis Etienne looks really good as well. They just traded James Robinson to the Jets, so there's no more weird controversy. That is Etienne's backfield.
Mm-hmm.
That offense, shockingly good. That defense, really strong against the run. The corners play surprisingly good football. Like, that Jaguars team impressed me. And this Broncos team has done literally everything but impress me.
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Bears have scored a
Jaguars.
touchdown.
Damn.
I have the Dolphins over the Lions. I know the Dolphins are in cursed, but I don't think the Lions are going to beat them.
Dolphins are gonna clobber them.
Yeah, the Lions are just
May-
not a good football team.
Yeah, May picked the Dolphins. Yeah, Jaguars did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to add about the Lions with the Dan Campbell stuff. I have talked a lot about how Dan Campbell is Joe Judge, but a year later, where a first year where the team was bad, but they showed promise. But here comes this big, tough talking guy where the team was rallying around him. And they showed promise. Everyone loved the coach coming into the second season. And then the team starts losing.
You said
And suddenly
tough,
that-
but didn't Dan Campbell like cry twice after 2 losses in
Well,
a post-game press conference?
he's still got that tough guy like image.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Where now, like, the Lions are losing games, and lo and behold, people are starting to call for his job. Starting to. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the end of this year, after next season, he's gone.
Damn.
Anyway.
I really
Yeah, it's crazy. You could have coaches that like can barely get by in the skin of their teeth, and coaches like Marvin Lewis coach for a decade plus.
Yeah. Well, Marvin Lewis actually did pretty well
He
with those
wasn't
Bengals
bad.
teams for a
He
bit.
He just sucked in the playoffs. Like, he was good during
Consider
the regular
that
season.
Andy Dalton existed.
Yeah. Like they were good during the regular season. It's just when the playoffs hit, they kind of sucked. Like,
They
hard
just
sucked.
didn't have the roster. And that's not Lewis's fault.
Also,
Like the
like
fact that that team
versus
was a consistent playoff contender.
yeah.
They got beat by better teams in the playoffs, but the fact that they consistently were a presence in the playoffs is
Yeah.
the coach doing well with an until recently the ownership has invested nothing in them. They're
Except
like
for the
only now
Steelers.
building an indoor practice facility. And that's because
That's
of Burrow,
crazy.
because they made the Super Bowl. You
That's
realize that they
crazy.
didn't have an indoor practice facility. That the ownership is so bad in Cincinnati. That team had like no resources to work with and a pretty bad roster for how well that team performed. Like Lewis actually did pretty good work with them, but eventually, like when a coach is there long enough, sometimes it's just time to switch it up. And
Yeah.
it was. But
Also, they
Don't
could
sleep
have
on
beat
Marvin
the Steelers
Lewis.
in the playoffs, and Vontaze Burfict kind of fucked up.
yeah, but the Steelers were a better team than them.
Yeah, but like I'm saying that like the Bengals had a chance if Vontaze Burfict didn't fucking almost kill fucking Antonio Brown.
Steelers in the
Okay.
playoffs. Tim Tebow sends his
Anyway.
regards.
I have the Panthers over the Falcons,
I have the Falcons.
and May has.
And I think I picked the Falcons. I
went the
like that
Falcons,
matchup.
yes, you went
Yeah,
the
I like that
Falcons.
matchup a lot. Weirdly, I have a weird hunch about it.
The Panthers' offense against the Falcons' defense is a surprisingly even matchup.
Marcus
The Falcons'
Mariota.
offense is just better.
Mariota will throw every touchdown to himself.
Who knows? Maybe we see Desmond Ritter at some point. That would be fun this
Ooh.
season.
Is Calvin Ridley still like not playing football?
Yeah,
He
he's
got
suspended for the whole
because
season.
he sports betted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bet on his team while he was
bet on
away
his
from the team.
Dude, I feel
But
like
if
betting
you-
on your team is fine though. Like if you bet on your team to win, like who the fuck cares?
No, but if you smoke
Well,
the
that's the
devil's
Pete Rose thing.
if you smoke the devil's lettuce, it's also a big issue apparently. But yeah.
Dude, but you
That's
sexually assault like 20 women, bro. Clear. Only suspended 8 games. What the
Yep.
fuck? Dude, the NFL is so fucked.
I have the Vikings beating the Cardinals. The Call
I-
of Duty is now fully out. It was too recently after it came out this Thursday. Plus, Andy Dalton looked like he was the one that had been playing too much COD. Those 2 pick sixes were kind of what killed the Saints in that game. At least as far as momentum and points, 14 points is a big swing.
Yeah, so
Um,
I'm going
But
to
the
also-
Cards and the Vikings are a good team. And the Cards are going to lay an egg.
Yeah, I'm also going to pick the Vikings. I'm also calling for Cliff Kingsbury's head. Not for the Niners, because once they get a competent coach, they'll actually be decent. But because I don't like Cliff Kingsbury, and I hope he rots in college football.
Boys, I have a hunch. I don't know.
Hunch.
I like weird red bird team that is in Atlanta. I'm going to pick the Cardinals.
Okay.
I have a hunch, boys. We'll see how it ends up.
I have the
All right.
Cowboys over the Bears.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
just a no-brainer. And May also has the Cowboys over the Bears. If the
Of course I
If
do.
the Cowboys lose, go good blue team in New York. So next we have Saints Raiders. I have the Saints over the Raiders because the Raiders are ass.
I have the Raiders over the Saints because when I don't know, I pick opposite Alex.
Yeah, because you're trying to catch up to me.
Well, it's
That's
not
part
that.
of it. That's part of it. That's a little bit of it. But
It's
yeah.
also that I want the Saints to win for the sake of knowing a Saints fan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Then
go.
why didn't you want the
Um,
Niners to win this week, Jack?
But the Saints let me down constantly.
Yeah.
I picked the Niners. You didn't, dumbass.
This. Oh no! I mean like this
Oh.
past week. I mean this
Oh.
past week. You picked the fucking Chiefs.
Anyway, we haven't
Anyway.
got there yet. But
Jack just unsheathing his sword. Jesus Christ, dude, calm down.
I have a
Uh.
hot take of the century. I have the Steelers beating the shitty Eagles.
that's funny.
You saw my
I'm
comment,
praying.
right? I want the Eagles to lose because I live in 2007 and want their record to stay intact. So I have a new strategy, boys. If you haven't seen it in the group chat, I am going to root for the Eagles.
I
Because of-
see.
So, listen, if May logic is correct, new thing. I'm gonna call it. May logic prevails. So if May logic wins here, then the Steelers will win, and Kenny Pickett will look like a demigod, and I'll also look like a genius. So I'm going to quote unquote root for the Eagles by rooting for the Steelers by rooting for the Eagles.
I mean, shockingly, that's also my strategy. It's the same thing with the Saints, and with the Giants. Honestly, I'm also picking the Eagles to win, so I'm either right or happy.
Okay.
I love Mac Jones.
I have the Jets over the Patriots. I think the Patriots are a very
Really?
stinky team, and even though I don't like the Jets, I like them better than the Patriots.
Here's
Someone's
the thing.
mad about the Niners losing two straight.
I would have told
Maybe.
you 2 weeks ago that I was afraid of the Jets, but no offense to the Jets, full offense to the Jets. They are racking up injuries like nobody's fucking business, and I don't know if maybe when we go to MetLife, sure, it's anybody's game, but playing at Gillette's really hard to do. So,
And also, no offense to the Jets, but the last two games were essentially given to them in a lot of ways. That offense is bad. That offense without Breece Hall, worse.
the bone.
That Bill
never mind.
Belichick, that Matt Patricia offense, also garbage.
Listen, it's weird. It's weird how it sometimes works.
It's
Well, sometimes like
With
yeah,
Bailey
like we'll
Zapp at
have.
quarterback,
it's-
not with Mac. Mac was regressing.
I'm talking in general. Listen, I'm talking in general that sometimes like Matt Patricia, and I'm just like, damn, Matt, how are you pulling bunnies out of your hats every single play? But then certain games, like we just look like cheeks. But our defense looks dope as fuck, so that's what I have my
I
fingers
have to
crossed
say,
on.
the Patriots looked worse with Mac than with Bailey Zapp.
There's not a lot of
just-
film on
I'm
Bailey
just-
Zapp.
They've
Give it
also
time.
been playing worse defenses with Zappy.
I know, but Mac just looked like he regressed when he was playing. Like regressed a hell of a lot. So
I'm not sure I agree.
I agree with myself because I like to agree with myself. Anyway.
Kinda hot.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I have the Texans over the Titans. This is again last week. I was right with the Panthers. Bad man gone. This is Alex's bad man gone. Even though I know it's been 2 weeks. The last time.
Are you using your bad man gone pass? Is that what
I'm
you're
going
using?
to use.
This isn't the bad
This
man
is-
gone.
This isn't technically a bad man gone, but this is Alex's version of bad man gone. Because Jack and May said bad man gone 2 weeks ago with the Panthers, and I
yeah.
said no, the Panthers are going to lose, but next week they'll win. And I picked the Panthers the next week, and they won. So this is my magnum opus that I think the Texans are going to beat the Titans. And if they win, this proves my theory. Don't ever bet on whatever team Jack and May pick for Bad Man Gone. Pick it the week after if this reigns true.
I'm on the Titans because Ryan Tannehill go Burr.
Did he not get injured?
I don't.
Believe he's back for this Texans game.
Got it. Okay.
Ryan Tannehill had his like moment in the flowers a couple years ago when they beat the Ravens, beat the Patriots, right?
Yeah, smoke the
but-
Patriots. That
yeah.
last minute pick six.
Yeah, I get it. He sent Brady packing. I get it. But my point
on a
being,
pick six.
my point being is Tannehill really is like competing to show people that he doesn't have the job like weekly. And I am no longer a believer in Ryan Tannehill. So
I think he got too fucked up with what's his name, Adam Gase, that he just gave up. He's just gave up.
I'm not a believer in Tannehill. I just don't.
I used to
believe in
be.
these Texans. Yeah, I used to be too.
I think that Ryan Tannehill can be good, but he's just sucky most of the time.
no, I
Anyway.
think his ceiling he's already reached, and I think he's at the bottom part of the roller coaster now.
I
Mac
have the Giants
Daddy.
over the Seahawks. I have the Giants over the Seahawks.
May, what's your pick?
Ooh.
Do you have
Well, I
May
do
is
not
the
like-
Seahawks.
I do not like redacted blue New York team as of right now. But I'm
Lakers
going
are
to
better than
pick.
your team.
I'm gonna pick the
Patriots.
Seattle Geno Smiths. So
All right. So, Geno Smith throwing for 600 yards this week. Kenneth Walker, 200 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Seahawks win 69-0.
yeah, nice.
69-6 if they're generous.
Yeah.
But I got
Yeah.
the Seahawks.
So the Giants are gonna win by like a kick. Like they're gonna win by like 3 points, and people are gonna be flabbergasted. And Jack is going to continuously rub his nipples into next week.
Why do that when I can get Alex to do it for me?
Oh God! Oh no! I have the commies over the Colts. I have the commies over the Colts. That's pretty obvious.
the Colts.
Fuck the Colts. Nope. Fuck
How
the
is it
Colts.
obvious?
Fuck the Colts. They're so ass.
How is it?
With
How
their
is it fuck
backup
the Colts
quarterback?
when the opposition is Dan Snyder?
You think they're gonna win with that shitty ass backup quarterback that I've never heard of in my fucking life? No.
Okay,
no,
Sam
no.
Ellinger looked like the best thing since sliced bread in the preseason. He actually
Taylor
looked really good in
Heineke is
preseason.
him. No, I'm kidding.
He looked really good in preseason actually, and
Taylor Heineke is
has more of a
him,
chance
that's
of being
facts.
good than
Taylor
a
Heineke
certain
is him.
49ers quarterback or a
Taylor
certain
Heineke-
Commanders quarterback in Heineke. Honestly, like
Taylor
Ellinger could at
Heineke
least
is him.
show something.
Taylor Heineke is him. Don't you worry.
Okay.
He's the new. He's the new Josh Allen, baby. You already fucking know.
You realize I've seen so much of Taylor Heineke.
I hope Dan Schneider dies.
Me too.
Same.
And I don't mean that lightly.
I don't either. I have the Rams over the 49ers. Now, in past weeks, I would choose the Niners every week. But I'm going to choose a strategy since we suck cock every week. Except versus the Rams. And now, if this reigns true, maybe this is the opposite of what I need. If we lose to the Rams, I think I'm not watching football again. And that's that.
He's literally.
May, how do you
next
feel
week.
about a 2-man pod? Yeah, literally the day after the game, he's gonna be like, "All right, we're going to the Super Bowl. It's okay. Regroup. Beat insert next team here."
Yep.
I am rooting for the 49ers because the math says that Sean McVay literally doesn't know how to beat. It's the
His
weirdest
own
fucking-
offense.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to do that. So yeah, I'm just not gonna watch the game and do what I normally do, and yeah, I'm gonna just put my faith in Shanahan doing what he does best, which is beating McVay, and yeah, I'm not gonna really give a fuck. If the week where you wrote going for the 49ers, are you going to the Rams, Jack?
I've got the 49ers.
If the
So
week
maybe
that-
Alex is trying the me with the Giant strat here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm about to
Yeah.
say, I just want to say, if it's really funny that the week that you don't root for your team and we both do and they win, I think that you should just take a little vacation and maybe come back decked out in Giants gear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jack, I'm gonna have to buy
Shanahan-
a Mike Glennon jersey. All right.
I hate my life.
He can speak.
Shanahan is going to redeem himself for the last couple of weeks of offensive play calling. Though I maintain that the Chiefs game wasn't exactly him sucking. That was the 49ers getting beat by a team that's better on both sides of the football right now. That Chiefs team is very good.
Dog, dude,
and the
their
49ers
defense
team
is
is
not better than ours healthy, bro. You can't say that. You
I
can't.
said right. Okay. A, debatable.
You can't.
B,
Bro,
I
we have
said
the number
right
one
now
defense
for a
like
reason.
we have the number one defense for like 5 weeks. 4
Okay,
weeks.
and who did you play?
It doesn't matter. We're still the number one defense. It's fine.
I mean, the Giants have allowed like 17 points per game. It's probably about as many as the Niners at this point, if not fewer.
No.
And the Giants, I will never say, are one of the best defenses.
The Niners allowed way more than 17 points per game right now because we just took 44
Let up
on the
44.
chin. Yeah, we took 44 on the chin and we took 28 last week.
Yeah. But the Niners just
anyway,
got beat by a better team. The Falcons' loss was
I
embarrassing.
want
This
Patrick
one was
Mahomes
predictable.
To retire. I think
Okay.
I'm going to come.
He owns your franchise.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to become an NFL player, and I'm going to specifically play on defense. I'm gonna blitz when I'm not supposed to and break Mahomes' kneecaps. Okay,
Alex,
I'm
perfect.
going to bite this motherfucker's kneecaps off mid play. I swear to
Oh.
God, I will be an ankle biter. I promise you. All right. Anyway.
I've got the Bills over the Packers.
That
Yeah, feels like
the
common
Packers-
sense.
Yeah, the Packers are dog shit.
So I think Zappy might be making an appearance this game.
Oh my
about-
God, is Mac
looks about
ass
the case.
cheeks?
Yeah,
No, you just threw a bad pick.
Oh my God, Mac Jones is ass.
He's-
Oh my God, who could
He's
have
looked
thought?
pretty good. Okay, First of all, Mac Jones has actually looked pretty all right today, and that throw, it was a very good play by Brisker, but it was still not what you want.
Them Bears. How about them Bears, motherfucker? All right,
Mac Jones still looks much better than Jimmy Garoppolo has
shut
this
the
season.
fuck up. Jimmy Garoppolo's the GOAT. Don't you dare disrespect him like that. Jimmy,
Okay.
Jesus. Jimmy Garoppolo, GOAT. The most handsome man in the NFL. Don't you dare
For the
disrespect
same reason,
him.
for the same reason you will catch me dead before you catch me rooting for the commies, I have the Bengals over the Browns.
Same. May has the same as well. I can already.
The Commanders and the Browns are two franchises that are dead in my eyes until they
I
redeem
have to-
themselves.
I have to pick one?
You're picking the
Yeah.
Bengals, May. What the fuck?
Oh, I thought you said commies Browns.
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
no, it's Bengals Browns.
Bengals Browns.
Oh, no, I'm rooting for Burrow. That's my boy.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty. All right. Anyway, that is our picks. Hopefully, my Niners can start winning games again because I'm gonna become depressed. I already have depression. It's gonna get worse. Anyway,
right,
Meg,
May.
you are good to go to watch the Patriots game. I hope the Bears blow them out by triple digits.
Have fun, don't cry.
Hey, Alex.
Any last thoughts?
What's up, May?
Never seen a Lombardi ceremony say...
Damn. Had to get that one in.
At least I'm not gonna lose to the Bears. Oh wait, I already did. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Jack, so this is just you and me now. So,
It is.
how you doing? You doing good? You doing swell?
I'm doing A-okay. I'm
That's
doing
fantastic.
swimmingly even.
Now, we're gonna be talking about the MLB. Major League
Okay.
Shitball. No, I'm kidding.
That's objectively not true. But
I really don't like
have a
one
good
of the
product.
teams. They have a
That's-
great product.
that's
I
fair.
just don't like watching the games online because that shit boring as fuck. But in person, the games are fun as shit. You best believe. Anyway,
it's probably the
yeah.
worst league to watch in person. It's just also the cheapest tickets.
baseball.
Yeah.
Dude, I have so much fun watching baseball in person. I literally can't watch it on.
How many football games have you gone to in person?
2.
Football games are fun.
I've actually watched a Niners Giants game, and Odell caught the game-winning touchdown, like the bitch he
But
is.
also, I maintain that basketball is a worse entertainment product than something like baseball. But I also think that basketball being super popular here is kind of the same reason that soccer isn't popular here, and the fact that like racing isn't as popular here, and the racing that is popular is like NASCAR versus Formula One.
yeah,
Because in the U.S., people demand to be entertained at every second. Like in basketball, it's constantly going down the court and scoring. You know,
Yeah.
teams are putting up 100 points a game.
hmm
Soccer, if you get 1 or 2 goals a game, like you are watching good defense. You are watching a battle. It's the same thing with baseball,
yeah,
right? And for whatever reason, the American sports consumer does not want a slow game. They want points all the time.
yeah.
You, the basketball fan, do you agree?
I would agree. I mean, I like basketball because Steph Curry is like my favorite player, and I like stuff. Yeah, I'm also a Warriors fan, so like, I don't know. We've won championships like a lot, so it's like it's more fun for me. I would agree. I would agree that like it's definitely like, or one reason like why. Like I find baseball hard to watch online, like on TV is just I can't. It's too long.
Basketball has been gaining a footing elsewhere, but baseball
Yeah.
is very established in Asia and in Latin America.
Yep. Yep.
Aside from soccer, it's the sport in the U.S. that has the biggest international reach.
Yes.
And
I'll
I
agree
think
with
that
that.
there's a reason for that.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
Um,
I'll agree though.
but
What about
also, there are
football,
valid
though?
criticisms of the product.
NFL to get big reach. What do you mean? No, I'm kidding.
No, it doesn't. Nobody plays
Hey.
American football elsewhere. Like,
Canada.
people do, but, like,
Canada.
no.
Canada.
Okay.
Oh, Canada. All right. Anyway, MLB update. Jack, let's talk about it. You give me the details because I don't watch baseball. MLB, what's going on?
Hey, everything happened all at once.
Oh, fantastic.
The Yankees got swept by the Astros. I'm pretty sure every Yankees fan knew that was coming, or at least knew that they were losing that series. So I can't find people too hard pressed by it. Like, people are mad, but they're not mad about losing. They're just like mad at the front office. Astros fans are having a really fun time with. There were Yankees fans saying we want Houston during their Game 5 against Cleveland. What I don't understand with people being like making fun of them, like, yeah, obviously be a hater, make fun, because that's part of the fun of being a sports fan. But what I don't understand about mocking them for that, it's either wanting Houston or wanting elimination. You're in a winner-take-all Game 5 when Houston already advanced. So of course you want Houston. Albeit they got Houston. But like, you can't blame them for wanting to advance in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it does make for a very good Houston Astros social media post. Their social media team has been doing wonders this postseason.
Okay.
And most Astros fans, great. Great. There are some that really still can't get over the cheating scandal, and they want to make themselves the victim of the whole situation. There were so many other teams doing the same thing. They got it from elsewhere. Blah blah blah. Right. And they can't do anything other than attack other teams for it. Like, get super defensive about all of it. I still haven't gotten over it because it's so funny. During one of the games, it was Game 2. Aaron Judge hit a ball like 106 miles per hour off the bat, 27-degree launch angle. The shortest ball ever hit with those stats went 366 feet. The average is about 390. And his went 345 and was caught. It would have been a home run if it weren't not caught, but it was like a robbed home run by Kyle Tucker. Because the Astro Stadium also has a Mickey Mouse short porch in right field. I say Mickey Mouse just because that's what people say about Yankee Stadium all the time. And Yankees had some loser quotes about it. It was bad. Like Aaron Boone was saying, oh, that's like a 390 football elsewhere. The roof being open screwed us. Like Luis Severino was saying that since he allowed a like 91 mile an hour hit home run to Alex Bregman, that was decently short. That was just like a high fly ball that made its way out. He was like, he didn't think that was a bad pitch. He just got lucky, right?
Yeah.
Astros fans had some gems about it. Oh yeah, there's a magnet under the left field wall that pulls balls back in from right and pulls them out and left. Oh yeah, everyone in the stadium on the third base side was breathing air in, and everyone out in right field was breathing air out to push the ball back into the field. Did you not see the giant Jet fans we only turn on when the other team is hitting? Stuff like that, where like the fans that are like normal and have acknowledged that their team screwed up and have owned it.
Yeah.
Incredible. I love them. They are genuinely like normal Astros fans are my favorite team in sports. Like my favorite fan base to interact with. And
Really?
I mean that wholeheartedly.
What about
They are my
Giants
favorite fans in sports, aside
Giants
from my own fan space.
Giants
Do you mean like San Francisco Giants?
Yeah, maybe. Fuck.
They're interesting.
Oh God, the Giants fans have so much hatred in their hearts. I don't know why.
But no, Astros fans, like 2/3 of Astros fans are my favorite fans to interact with in sports.
Yeah.
That aren't like fans of my teams, right? The Astros team themselves never fully owned it and themselves acted like the victim, which is my issue with the organization. I love their fans. I hold no hate towards those fans.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it at that. The Phillies and the NL, the Phillies and the Padres, weird upsets, both beat the Braves and the Dodgers, who were two of the better regular season teams. Like, they were both playing. I mean, the Dodgers won 111 games. The Braves, for most of the season, were on a 114 win pace after starting off slow. Like, they were both insanely good teams, and they lost in 4 games in a best-of-5 series. Like, they each won 1 game in the playoffs. Anyway, Phillies beat the Padres. World Series is going to be Houston, Philadelphia. I cannot think of, on one side, a less deserving organization, and on the other side, a less deserving city.
Less deserving organization being the Astros, the city being
Astros.
Philadelphia.
Yes. The Astros do everything right as far as like winning baseball, adopting analytics, having good players, playing good players, investing in the right parts of a team. Obviously 2017 cheating aside, like that organization does baseball right. They're one of the elite organizations in sports. But I will still hate them because they never quite fully owned up to or apologized for that cheating scandal in any way.
Yeah.
And so while people that were involved on that team that were like that, like Bregman especially, his response to it was horrible. While Bregman's involved, I will always root against the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia fans are notorious for being Philadelphia fans.
Don't they have Bryce Harper?
Yes, they do. Bryce Harper's great.
I love Bryce Harper.
I can't ever root for a team that Phillies fans like, or Philadelphia fans like. I don't have anything against Phillies fans specifically, but Philadelphia as a city, I like the city outright. Their fans are
just fucking.
As far as there are a lot of
shit.
teams that get a bad rap for having really aggressive fans or really crazy fans.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of them, Philly is the one that deserves it.
Yeah.
I like the players on the Phillies, but it's kind of a lose-lose for me in this World Series.
See, I think that they should just tie, so neither of them win, right? And hear me out. Hear me out. The Angels win it.
So maybe
And Mike Trout gets their first ring.
I think the Los Angeles Times actually made a really good point.
What?
When the Dodgers were on the brink of elimination, they released an article, the LA Times, that said something along the lines of baseball's playoff structure is stupid. If there was any team that after the regular season you should just hand them the championship because of how good they were, it would be our Dodgers.
Saw that.
They won 22 more games than the second place team in their division. That is incredible. They should get the championship, but instead they're about to lose in the playoffs. And it's like, how do you write that with a straight face?
I swear to God, I fucking hate the Dodgers. A, because I'm a Giants fan, and B, because I just fucking hate their guts. Also, I like playing as them in MLB The Show because their team is absolutely godly on like hitting-wise and pitching-wise in the game. But like, other than playing, like, liking them in MLB The Show, I just fucking hate them because I just don't like their fans are shit. B, their organization is shit, and I just don't like their team. They're like the Rams. They're extremely pay to win.
They're the Rams or like the Warriors in a lot of ways of
Hold up,
of
don't
baseball.
drag my Warrior. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we do. The Warriors. We are so far into the luxury tax. It is insane. We are so fucked. But it's okay.
Anyway, that's all my baseball. My prediction is going to be Astros in 6.
Mm-hmm.
I would simultaneously not be shocked if the Astros swept the Phillies and ended up not losing a game the entire playoffs, while also not being shocked if the Phillies won, ranging from in 5 games to in 7 games.
So
if the Phillies swept the Astros, I would lose my shit. But I've got Astros in 6.
I'd love that. I want Bryce Harper to go fucking off. I want
He already
him to
has
go
been.
off.
He's had one of the best postseasons of all time.
Wait, really?
He's hitting like 400
Bryce!
in the playoffs with like a 1300 OPS.
Bryce!
Been insane. He just won NLCS MVP as well.
Yeah, I remember when fucking Foolish Baseball made that video about him, and that was like one of the first Foolish Baseball videos I watched. Fucking love that video. Because it was
Bryce
just everybody,
Harper.
because there's just people after he won that MVP and was like, well, had one of the greatest hitting seasons of all time. People just shat on him because he just
Yeah,
didn't,
I mean,
because he just wasn't as good, and then he won a second MVP, which is just
well, he was
freaking
still
amazing.
good.
He was still good. He was still good, but like, dude, Nationals fans fucking skewered him, bro. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but they were
'Cause he
salty.
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
he has the rare distinction of being a child on the cover of Sports Illustrated when Sports Illustrated was very relevant
Yeah.
and living up to every ounce of that hype.
Yeah, bro. People like I get like people are like, dude, Mike Trout lived up to the hype. Like Mike Trout lived up to Bryce Harper hype more than Bryce Harper did, and it's like, no, dude, Bryce Harper has been so good. Like I don't
And also,
know why.
Mike Trout didn't have that hype or those
No, I
expectations.
know, but no,
He
no,
was
I
good.
mean that like Mike
Yeah, I
Trout,
know what you mean.
if he had Bryce Harper's hype would have exceeded that, and Bryce didn't exceed it, and it's like, dude, what the fuck do you mean? Like
But
that's just
Bryce
honestly
Harper's up
wrong.
there with like LeBron as far as not necessarily one of the greatest players of all time, as there's the argument made for LeBron, but baseball also has a more established history
Yeah.
with players that are insanely good. But as far as super hyped mega prospects out of high school that lived up to it and have consistently been among the better players in the league, like an MVP candidate, often all of that,
Mm-hmm.
he's done it.
Yeah. I fucking love Bryce Harper just because he was such a fucking menace in his first couple. Is he still a menace? I don't follow him that much, but is he a menace still?
So
Like he wasn't.
he's never been a menace like actively disliked, but he's passionate and he always has been.
Yeah. Okay. Before we move on, I'd just like to say Dalton. Dalton says, I honestly feel bad for Astros fans that have to be attached to the team. I agree, but at the same time, if you can live up to, like, as Jack said, if you can take the shit that they've, like, the 2017 cheating and just turn it into
Hold on.
something funny, that's fucking great. What? What's up? What's
Hold
up?
on.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Are you good,
Hey,
Jack?
Dalton. Fuck you.
Jack, you can't do this. Jack, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Why not?
Dalton's such a nice person. He's been commenting the entire time. You can't be so rude to him, bro.
No,
Jack.
no, I can say what I want.
No, you gotta be censored, motherfucker. Anyway, that is the MLB shit. Part of our podcast. Fuck the Astros. No, I'm kidding. I don't care who wins. Let's talk about trades. So this happened before last podcast or after last podcast. CMC to the Niners, I think, is a good move if Shanahan can actually like utilize McCaffrey in a very good way, like utilizing him like in everything, and doesn't overwork him. Because as soon as McCaffrey gets injured, I'm going to turn on this trade. I think the trade is good. I think the Niners will benefit from having him on the team, but you can't use him every fucking down like you did with Jeff Wilson. You can't. Also, I'd like to point out that as soon as McCaffrey gets on the team, they start using David Price. Like, they didn't, like... Dalton says, I love you too, Jack. What, Jack, you good? But, like, you know, I really don't like how Shanahan just started using Davis Price, or David, whatever it is. I forget his name. Davis Price, David Price, whatever the fuck.
Tyrion Davis Price.
Yes, bro. He was so good in the preseason, and Shanahan just hasn't used him all the entire year. It's like, fucking hell, dude. But he finally used him, so that's good. Jack, thoughts on CMC?
I actually hate this trade. Not gonna lie.
Oh, great.
That's a lot of draft capital for a running back, and it's a nerd thing to say, but this doesn't help the Niners. They already had Debo as a matchup guy. If you've got Debo and McCaffrey essentially trading spots as guys who fill similar roles, how does that change what defenses have to plan for? Regardless of who's playing where, they have to plan for the same shit.
Yeah, if
And you
Debo
gave up a
McCaffrey-
lot of picks for a running back. Even for a wide receiver, that's a lot of picks.
You want to know the funny thing? What's his name? Well, okay, hold up. That's not a lot of picks for a fucking wide receiver. You saw what...
Yes, it is.
You saw... Did you see what Tyreek Hill got?
Did you see what Amari Cooper got?
Dude, did you see what fucking... What's his... Oh, shit, what's his name? Yeah.
Also consider that McCaffrey has been injured the last several years and just doesn't have a ton of production this year.
Alright, hold up. So
his value isn't necessarily super high.
Alright, well, I like this trade. Dalton says, I understand why the move was made, but half a draft was given up for a running back. I do. I know. I don't... Here's the thing. I like the trade if it wasn't what Jack and Dalton were saying about, like, the entire draft capital. Like, I don't... If it was, like a third or, like, a fourth, like, cool. But, like, if McCaffrey doesn't get injured... I could see there's no limit to this. There's no limit to this, to how good he can be. Especially in a Shanahan offense. But if... And Shanahan has said that he's there for the long run. Like, they're going to keep him around.
The thing, though, the Shanahan offense doesn't need a McCaffrey.
Yes, I know, but receiving
Shanahan
at
offense...
the backfield...
Yeah, but they've produced with the Elijah Mitchells of the world.
Elijah Mitchell's injured.
Yes, but they've gotten guys late in drafts or undrafted, and just
Like
continually cycled them through
And Breida.
that have produced.
And
Like they can
Coleman.
they can make these guys out of thin air, not even find them.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you
mean,
give up draft capital for one.
I don't know. I really like McCaffrey. I hope he does well. I hope he produces. I hope the Niners can win a Super Bowl with him. I don't know when the Niners are going to win a Super Bowl, but hopefully this helps our chances. The next
Now I
trade-
have to root for 2 Dave Gettleman first-round running backs.
What? Oh, wait, to get him
McCaffrey was
McCaffrey
a first-round pick by Dave Gettleman when he was on the Panthers.
and Saquon.
Was a first-round pick by Dave Gettleman while he was on the Giants. In consecutive years.
Wait. McCaffrey was drafted in 2017.
Yeah.
Saquon was 28. Oh my god, you're fucking right. What the fuck?
2 top 10 running backs by the same GM in consecutive years.
And both have turned out to be damn good.
Yeah, and also damn injured, but, you know.
Damn injured. But, like, disregard the injuries. They've both been, and Saquon's been fucking ungodly. Like, the man is an MVP candidate this year. Now, will he win it? Fuck no. But, is it nice to see that he's finally an MVP candidacy? Yes. Next trade, Robbie Anderson to the Cardinals. I don't know what to say. It's Robbie Anderson to the Cardinals. I don't know how the fuck that did. I don't know. Whatever. You get DeAndre Hopkins back. You have Marquise Brown. You get Robbie Anderson. Cool. The only 2 threats on that team is DeAndre Hopkins and maybe Marquise Brown. I don't see Robbie Anderson.
And AJ Green still exists, does he not?
Oh, that's true. I completely forgot about AJ Green.
Yeah, so did we
Yeah,
all.
I don't know why the fuck you brought in Robbie Anderson Cardinals. That's just shit.
He's also
I
like
don't
not that good of a player, but they didn't give.
Oh no.
And James Robinson. What is it? Conditional. It's either a 5th or a 6th that the Jets traded for James Robinson from Jacksonville.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, he's a good running back. He fell out of favor, but he's also a running back. The problem is the Jets desperately need one.
Yeah.
And
he's
so
a
they
good
traded
running
for
back.
one who's.
He was good last year.
Yeah, he's proven to produce. He's still got like mileage left, in as much as he's not old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't hate it, but it's also trading a late round pick for a running back in a season where the Jets think that they can make the playoffs. I don't know how they perform the rest of the season, and the league overall is just not good this year. Like there are like 3 good teams.
It's really bad.
So the Jets could make the playoffs, and it could very well work out for them. But it's clearly them trying to continue this winning by bringing in a guy they think can fill Breece Hall's shoes.
Yeah, and you mean those 3 good teams, me being the Chiefs, Bills, and Giants, right? Right? That's who the 3 good teams are?
Yep.
Okay. No, that's what I thought. Dalton says, I'm so mad the Panthers get so much for a wide receiver they weren't even going to pay. I agree. Fuck the Panthers. They fleeced us.
Yeah. You want to know a fun fact about Dalton?
Let's hear it.
He's a fan of the New Orleans Saints.
What? What?
What do you mean, what?
Is Dalton a fan of the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's why he hates the Panthers.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Anyway.
That's true. Anyway, possible trades. We're only gonna go over a couple of them. Yes, you may feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for you. It's just, I'm sorry. Your team is okay. That's all. Anyway, possible trades. I have DJ Moore as number 1 possible trade. Yeah, anybody who needs a mediocre receiver.
DJ Moore is not. Okay, hold on.
What?
DJ Moore is good.
I mean, I don't watch DJ Moore. All I've heard is from like other people on Twitter and Instagram and all that shit is that he's like mediocre. And I feel like you've said that he's not like all that occasionally. Okay, not all the time, but like occasionally you're like he's not. Whatever. DJ Moore. Who do you think you're gonna go to? Where? Like, who needs a receiver?
Giants need a receiver.
Giants need a receiver.
The
Who
Giants
go to the
also
Giants?
cannot afford to spend any money or any draft capital on a receiver. So they will be playing practice squad guys until this season is over.
Who is all their money going to?
Dead cap mostly.
Oh, is
They
that
like
'cause of
can't
the
even
fucking
afford.
corner?
It's actually because of Dave Gettleman, like as a whole. Like the Galladay contract, Galladay has the highest cap hit of any receiver this year. There's a lot of dead money left on the Martinez, the Logan Ryan, the Bradbury deals. That's a ton of dead cap for very small cap savings. But they had no space, and they still have pretty much no space. Like they can't even afford to field a full roster. They're keeping guys they should have on IR on the 53 man, and elevating practice squad guys regularly.
So how the fuck are the Giants 6-1?
I mean,
How?
the roster is exactly what people thought it was going to be coming into the season. It's bad, mostly practice squad guys, and they're just winning games.
I just
Like this team
Yeah.
talent wise is 2 times, maybe 2.5 times worse than last year's Giants.
Yeah.
This team
What I have to
coaching wise,
say is way better, like 10 times better.
yeah.
All I can get in my head right now about the Giants is that fucking Gridiron Heights fucking episode of like, did they really think I paid out in one season? Like what? Oh, it was just funny as shit. I showed Jackie yesterday. It was great.
Also, I see Breeze was always better than Brady. I
don't know about
agree.
that one. I don't wait.
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in New England, and that's a hill I died on. That Breeze was a better quarterback, obviously without the resume to back it up.
Okay, so
And that was
I'm
a hill
going-
I got a lot of shit for dying on.
I'm going to be honest. Okay, '07 Brady might be one of the greatest players I've ever seen. Now, granted, he did have Randy Moss and Wes Welker, but he still had one of the greatest.
You say
Passing
you've ever
seasons.
seen, like you were old enough to.
All right, I mean like I've seen highlights, you know.
Okay. Okay.
May would have actually seen it. I wouldn't have, but you know, I did start watching football in '07, so you know, I did. You know, I don't remember
Yeah.
shit, but I did see a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I would say overall Breeze is a better quarterback than Brady. I would just
Well-
say that Breeze had a sharper decline than Brady as well.
Yeah, Breeze was very good, especially with a worse surrounding cast. And
And
some
Breeze
respects.
also was putting up 5,000 receiving yards pretty much every year. So,
yeah,
like, do it that is
Um,
must. Like, I don't know what to
but-
say.
back to receivers. I don't think either Moore gets traded.
Oh, I don't think Moore gets straight. Yeah, I don't think they're going to. There's
I don't
no
think
way
DJ does, and I don't think Elijah does.
I think DJ might the way the Panthers are like selling fucking everybody, but like
So they're
You know.
selling everybody, but they turned down a huge offer for Brian Burns, supposedly.
wait, what was-
unless
wait, they
that's
did?
their
What was the
GM
offer?
throwing smoke. Like it included 2 firsts, I think.
dude, why
um,
the fuck would you
and
turn
they've
that
said that-
down?
They've said that they view Burns and Moore as like integral pieces to the future of their franchise. So
I don't
it would
know.
take a lot to pry Moore away, and I don't think teams are willing to pay that.
True. Elijah Moore isn't proven.
And Elijah Moore too, the Jets don't want to trade him, and they don't have to. He's
Yeah,
young.
but like, what?
He's
what
very
are they gonna do?
talented.
Keep him on what are they gonna do? Keep him on the fucking bench? Like,
Yeah.
it's not
What
how you win
happens
over a
when
receiver.
What happens when Davis or Wilson gets injured? Suddenly Moore has a role to play.
Dude, you could give him a role now and let him learn, but they're not. But they're instead deciding to bench him, like
Well, he also kind of benched himself this week.
because he requested a trade.
Yeah.
Because he got
But
no
he
targets.
wasn't-
Like,
Yes, but like he wasn't benched on talent necessarily. They just
no, he wasn't best with talent, but he
And
got
he's-
benched because he requested a trade.
he's like seen the field. It just hasn't been working for him with Wilson.
Yeah, fire Wilson. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Zach Wilson is a bad quarterback.
Facts. Brandon Cooks.
Why would the Texans trade him? He's the one good thing they have going for him. He's
That
known
is
across
true,
the
but
league.
he's old. Oh, more.
Well, he's known across the league as one of the best locker room guys. Like one of the best like good guys in football.
I'd take him
and
on
he's
my
one of those
team.
guys where like if you've got a young team in the Texans, I don't think you want to get rid of him.
Isn't he like
Like-
30?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's still good. He's been producing just in Houston, so nobody pays attention, but he's been
Yeah.
really good lately.
Well, I know he's been playing. I know he's been producing. That's why I feel like somebody might want to trade for him. But I don't know. And Dalton says Moore wants 25 a year. Damn, Moore wants 25 mil. Yeah, Kirk kind of fucked at the receiver market. Yo, Jaguars, if I could fucking get rid of one franchise into relegation, I would 100% relegate the Jaguars because of the way they fucked up the receiver market. We had to pay Debo so much fucking money, which he 100% deserves because of how he played last year. But this year, he has been nowhere near that shit. Like, why? What the fuck?
You can never blame a player for meeting the market or demanding a lot. That's fully on Jacksonville's front office. But yeah,
Oh,
you
100%,
definitely
that's
can't
why I
blame Moore
blame
for asking
Jacksonville.
for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't. That's why I blame Jacksonville for this bullshit. Also, why the
Well,
fuck
Jacksonville
was
does a lot of bullshit.
yeah? Also, why the fuck was AJ Brown the only receiver in that class that was traded? That was actually good and wanted money. Like, did the Titans just not want to pay him because their offense is lacking because of it?
Yeah, they traded him the same reason the Chiefs traded Hill. He was going to cost them
but
too
Hill
much.
Ages. Hill is aging.
Well, in both cases, it's that the teams didn't want to pay them what they wanted because that to them was too much money to allocate to one receiver. For the Chiefs, it's worked out. They've replaced Hill and are still a very good team.
Yep.
The Titans, I think, thought they were better on offense than they are.
100%. I think they thought Derrick Henry could carry them again like he did the past 2 years, and instead they were fatally wrong.
Or that Tannehill was
Better
much
than they
more
thought they
than...
were.
eh.
Yeah. Mike Gesicki. I think
Why?
I'm pretty sure I heard that the Dolphins were trying to trade him.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought I heard it. I heard it on somebody's stream.
Okay.
I think
I don't
they should trade him.
understand.
I think
Why?
they should trade him. Get him out of the Tua curse. Let him be good somewhere else. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't want him to. I like Mike Gesicki. He's a really good tight end. Don't let him be in Dolphins. William Jackson. I don't know. That's just another player who I just.
He's had a good
Heard.
season. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's desperate for a corner and trying to make a playoff run.
Yo,
And this year's
49ers,
weird.
bring him in. Bring him in.
Well, yeah, the 49ers would be a great candidate, but like there's so many teams this year.
First round pick, baby.
There's so many teams this year because the league is so shit that think they can make a run. And so random guys like him that are
Dog.
playing really well are probably gonna get moved if they can.
Bro, the Niners can make a run. It's just if they get their shit together. You can't lie. The Niners can make a run at any point. Like you saw what they did last year.
Well, last year they didn't really go win a game. They
Dude,
the Cowboys beat themselves. The Packers
Shit the
hardcore
bed.
beat themselves.
Well,
and the
I
Niners-
would like to say that our defense stepped up in ways versus the Packers because that Packers offense was fucking abysmal and we held Devontae to like dog shit. So
Yeah, I mean,
our defense was partial, some of it. Yeah.
Packers also just lost to the Commanders this year.
Dalton says
obviously
he
without
would like
Adams.
the Saints to trade himself for Trey Lance.
Interesting.
Thoughts, Jack. I
Um,
would not like Andy Dalton on my team. Fuck that.
they're pretty
I would
comparable
take Trey
players. I mean, the chance to throw a pick six on any given play is definitely strong with both of them.
Lance. Dog. Dude, he hasn't even played 4 games. Or 5 games,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it is. Let him.
And somehow he's completed 2 full seasons.
Dog, dude, it's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to. We're gonna skip this motherfucker. Fuck this.
I want to go down to Claypool because if anyone actually gets acquired by the Giants, he's the one I could believe.
All right, Claypool, let's hear it. Giants? Yes? No? Maybe?
So the Giants need anyone with talent. They need someone who's capable of catching a football.
Now, idea.
Yep. Yes.
Clone Saquon Barkley 11 times, 22 times. Put him at every position on offense and every position on defense. You'll win every game.
With how much John Mara gets sexually aroused at the idea of Saquon Barkley, if that was possible, they would have done it by now.
With what? Dog, what the fuck? Who? Is that your owner?
Yeah.
Oh no. No.
But Claypool
Oh,
has
shit.
talent. He just has had many issues. And on a team with Pickens and with Deontay Johnson, he's not getting the targets that he wants, and deservedly so. But this Giants team desperately needs talent. He wasn't a first rounder, so he's cheap enough. And the Steelers would probably, if they've decided it's enough of the Claypool experiment, would probably give him up for not much draft capital.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one move I could see the Giants making.
Yeah.
Do I think they pull the trigger? No. But it's the one I could see.
Okay. Another idea. Clone Daniel Jones, because he's a better receiver than any of the receivers you have right now, and he's also 6'5". Put
That's
Daniel Jones.
unironically true. That is legitimately true.
Dude, I know it is. I know it is. That's what I fucking said it. Put
That
him at
catch
20
off Dante Pettis is better than
Dude.
any Giants receiver right now could
Dude,
make.
I literally know. Dude, I know. That's why I'm fucking saying it. I that catches in my head right now. Put Daniel Jones in every single position on the team. You're winning every game again. Though I would like to make a stipulation. Take Daniel
What?
Jones every position but running back and have Saquon be the running back still.
I mean, so I honestly, I have thought. I wonder at what point, even though Daniel Jones is playing such good football, at what point does it have to get with these injuries where it would make more sense to put Jones at receiver or tight end and have Tyrod Taylor play quarterback? Like, at what point are we going to get to when that actually makes sense? Because
Oh my
Daniel
God.
Jones puts his body on the line routinely. Like, he's not afraid to play those positions. He actually
Yeah.
blocks shockingly well for a quarterback.
Yeah.
He does have the frame, and he has the speed.
Yeah.
And the Giants starting tight end, which is the only tight end worth a roster spot, just is now out possibly for the season because a defender's hand went inside his face mask. He was bleeding out of his eye. He has a broken septum and like a fractured eye socket. So like he's got to get surgery to fix all that. He's probably out for the season.
Who
So the
is
Giants
this?
have two. Daniel Bellinger. He was their rookie
dude,
tight end that was starting for them.
Oh my fucking. Okay. Oh well, hopefully he gets healed.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
His dad on Twitter, because his dad is a member of Giants Twitter, which is hilarious to me. But his dad said that he's okay, his vision is good, but he needs surgery on the area, like he can't play football. Yeah, but like he can still see and stuff, and he's doing okay, which is good.
That's good. That's very good.
But at what point does it make more sense to put Jones at tight end if they lose another one?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because Tyrod Taylor is theoretically an NFL quarterback.
He's actually decent when he plays, the kind of.
But no, because Daniel Jones has also been a top 10 quarterback this season specifically. This season. I'm not saying anything about
Jimmy
the past
G
or the
is
future.
number one on that list. Let me get you.
Okay.
I will die
Like
on that hill.
the list of quarterbacks that have been better than Jones this season is small.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
it would take it getting bad. Like I am just joking, but it is funny because he could do it.
I say you play him at receiver.
I agree. 6'5",
and
has
6'5",
speed,
You run
has
the
hands.
Wildcat, pass out of the Wildcat.
Next Megatron, if
Or-
you ask me.
Or OBJ comes back on a small ass deal, like a tiny ass deal. For
He
1
won't do
year.
that.
Hold up, for 1 year, right? Comes back to the Giants. Daniel Jones moves out to receiver. OBJ becomes quarterback. Who's stopping that offense?
Kadarius Toney finally gets healthy and plays QB for them.
Oh God, no! Fuck that! No, I don't want
Why?
anything to do with no. Fuck. He's
He
like
was a
4'11".
quarterback.
He's like 4'11", motherfucker. He's
You're
tiny
thinking
as
of
shit.
Wandale Robinson is 5'9". Kadarius Toney's like 6 foot.
He's 6 foot, bro. He looks tiny as shit on the field.
You're probably thinking of Wandale.
No, I'm thinking of. I think I'm thinking of.
Or as Tree said, Wandarius Toney.
Wonder. See, here's the.
Yeah, no, Kadarius Toney's 6 foot flat.
Are we sure he's not using platform shoes when they measured him?
Yeah.
Or like.
He's
Crocs?
like normal. He's normal sized.
Well, I have an
but
idea.
he was a quarterback. He has an absolute like missile of
Yeah.
an arm. He throws
Really?
at 70 yards. He throws at 70 yards in practice just for fun all the time. Like in pregame warmups, he'll just randomly chuck like a 70+ yard bomb to someone
Dude,
just
why
because
the
he feels
fuck
like
is,
it.
Why is Kadarius Toney a wide receiver, bro? Put this fucker at quarterback. Put Daniel
Because he
Jones
wasn't
at
a
receiver.
good, he wasn't a very good quarterback in college, and he's electric at receiver when he's actually on the field. Watch
Is he
that
on the
man
field at
cut.
receiver? No. So make him a quarterback.
If he gets sacked, if he gets hit by a D lineman once, he's out for 5 weeks.
Shit, you might be right, but hopefully he doesn't get hit. You know what I mean? Like Saquon just blocked really well, and block all 5 defensive linemen or all 4 defensive linemen, whatever it is, really well.
Speaking of guys that are short, though.
Me?
No, actually, Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay, I have one more idea before we go to
no.
Jackson.
Okay.
Jackbot JH underscore. Line him up at
Damn,
receiver.
you added the underscore? That's crazy.
Yeah, line him up at receiver. Clone him. Put him at every position. You're winning all 17 games, plus you're going undefeated in the playoffs. The first undefeated team since the whatever the hell of the year Dolphins. Something that the Patriots couldn't do with the greatest team of all time. But since Jackbot is playing every position, that'll become the new greatest team of all time.
It's a beautiful idea. I think that I need some of whatever you're on.
All right, Deshaun Jackson. I don't know what to say. I don't care.
It fits with the Ravens offense. I mean, this is
Yeah,
a team
he's-
that has like Bateman, Duvernay. They had Hollywood Brown. Now they have Deshaun Jackson. Like they thrive on Lamar Jackson creating plays, and that's when they're at their
Yes.
best. So having speed at receiver, having the sure-handed targets be the running backs for checkdowns, and Mark Andrews across the field, who is incredible at finding holes in zone.
Yep.
It works for them. Like he is what
Agreed.
they use at receiver.
I agree. Next on a possible signings, OBJ. We have seen the Chiefs, the Bills, the Rams, the Giants on a very small contract.
The Saints, I think, were also mentioned.
The Saints, yeah.
But he's mentioned a lot of teams. He's done his little tour. It's funny.
Yeah, I really hope he signs with the Giants for the minimum contract. And
It's funny.
No, I'm being dead serious here. And then him and Saquon will have a God mode season like they did in whatever the fuck season Saquon got 2018. It'll bring back old times. OBJ will launch an absolute rocket to Saquon. I'm feeling it.
Funny. I was gonna say I don't know why we're talking about Odell because he's not signing anywhere till like November, but November's in a week.
Yep, exactly. That's why we're talking about it. I know.
He's
Crazy,
yeah,
right?
he's almost healthy.
Crazy how I plan shit out, right?
Well, no, I don't mean it like you. I just mean that this whole season I've been thinking of Odell like, oh, he's gonna sign someone right before the playoffs, like probably November sometime. But it's like we're almost there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like he's about to sign with like the Bills.
The Giants? No.
He's not
Be
signing with the
hopeful.
Giants.
How am I more of a hopeful Giants fan than you are right now, bro? Believe, and you shall achieve. Do you understand?
Odell might talk a big talk about liking to come back. Like he came back, he was in the facility for a while. He was meeting with Shep after Shep tore his ACL. He was talking with a lot of the guys he knew, in some way or another. I mean, there are only a couple guys that he ever played with in New York. But
Saquon, Danny Dimes.
the reality is he's going to the highest bidder, and he's going to a playoff team. The Giants may be a playoff team,
The Giants
but
are
they
a playoff
certainly
team,
will not
though.
be the highest bidder.
They can't be the highest bidder, but
They
what
cannot afford to give him more than the minimum.
idea. You have Odell signed with the Bills. Then trade Kenny Galladay to the Bills for OBJ.
If any other team takes on that Kenny Galladay contract, that's a fireable offense. That is organizational malpractice. That is Dave Gettleman's mistake, and no GM should make that theirs as well.
Oh my god.
He
Why the
literally-
fuck did you sign Kenny Galladay? Like I don't
He's
understand
hurt
why.
now. He was very good in Detroit.
Yeah, but that's because he was the only good receiver in Detroit.
Um,
Who else is Matthew Stafford gonna throw to?
he was very good in Detroit. He had a lot of talent. If anything, him being the only one there, he had to beat double coverage and stuff a lot.
That's true.
He just
So why is he so
hasn't
shit?
he just hasn't been good in New York. It's a mix of towards the end of last season there were a lot of effort issues with
Uh-oh.
like there were a lot of deep balls that he just wouldn't run down and stuff. In whatever he did in camp and stuff coming into this year, the Giants signed David Sills to the active roster, and Kenny Galladay got very few snaps because they played Sills, a career practice squad guy who has basically nothing to offer but is just also tall, because they played Sills over him whenever possible. And that's the right decision, which is the sad part. Galladay has shown when he's on the field that he's just not good enough to earn playing time on this Giants team. At this point with injuries, he should be on the field when he's healthy, but like, it's such a bad contract.
It's pretty shit. That's as bad as the Zeke Elliott contract.
Oh, it's worse. What has Kenny Galladay done for the Giants since he signed?
Probably. I mean, he hasn't caught a touchdown yet, so you're
Zeke
probably
Elliott
right.
may not be the advanced stats favorite running back. He's worse than Tony Pollard, but the Cowboys can actually use him.
That's true. That's true.
Kenny Galladay was benched for a guy who could not crack an NFL roster for years.
Pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Could barely crack a practice squad.
That's pretty bad.
Kenny
So you're
Galladay
like-
has
so like
yet to have
Mostert.
a lot of receptions, and obviously yet to have a touchdown. Zeke Elliott scored a touchdown yesterday.
Did he really?
I'm pretty sure he scored for the Cowboys yesterday.
Interesting.
Like they still can and do use Elliott.
Yeah. Okay. Dalton says OBJ to the Saints to add to the LSU New Orleans 2022 Super Bowl run. Now, Dalton, my question to you is, are you getting Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson as well?
No, but Odell could play quarterback for them.
Well, that's true. Their quarterbacks are kind of ass cheeks. You know
No,
what?
actually, though, imagine that as an offense.
Odell
Like the
at
jokes
receiver.
about last year with Glennon about just running the Saquon Barkley Wildcat offense full time, or about
You know
doing
what's
that
funny?
this year with the
They've
Giants
actually-
when both
yeah,
quarterbacks got hurt.
They're literally doing that. Like, I don't know.
Well, they're doing that every now and then. They're not doing it full time.
Yeah.
But an offense with Odell full time, like back there at quarterback, they do runs, they do some pass plays where they're not RPOs necessarily, but schemed up where he doesn't have to make reads. Oh, so they're getting Chase and Jefferson to play corner. Understood.
Oh my god, to play fucking corner. Jesus Christ, no.
Jamar Chase is about to get 2 pick sixes a week.
Hello? No, I am filming. I'm filming. Yes, goodbye. I'll talk to you when I'm done.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Cameo.
We'll get this cameo real quick. We're gonna get this over quick then. Antonio Brown may never sniff an NFL roster, but if he does, I don't know who he's gonna go to.
Who wants him?
Nobody, because he's such a fucking
Who
traitor.
want me?
Will Fuller, I'm writing down names that are kind of okay and mildly okay.
He's a good player.
Free agents. He was on the Texans with Deshaun. He made some damn good catches. Why isn't he on the roster? I have no clue. And there are people like fucking Robbie Anderson running around like they're the shit. T.Y. Hilton washed his shit. I don't know why I have him on here, but he was good for a little bit.
He's cooked.
Brandon cooked. Anyway, Jaquiski, how the fuck you say it? Goated 49er. I think he was the last 49er on. No, it was Jimmy Ward that was the last 49er on that 2012 roster. Anyway,
Known for having great hands, I've heard.
I want to cry. I want to. You know, I'm gonna go from the ball. Right now. I'm finishing this podcast with a ball. Anyway. Oh God, my arm. Anyway, Malcolm Butler. Oh shit, my arm. Malcolm Butler is fucking washed. Confirmed. Malcolm Butler may never step a roster again. Thoughts?
Probably.
All right.
Some guys, they're just done. Like not a bad
Malcolm
thing.
Butler was good for one play, realistically. One play. I like how one play got him like a really big contract.
He was actually a really good corner. He wasn't necessarily before that play.
Yeah,
like that play.
Well, the next season he was really good, right? And then he got benched
The next
in the
few
Super Bowl.
seasons.
And then he got benched in the Super Bowl.
Inexplicably.
Inexplicably, because Belichick was being a bitch and decided to fuck the owners, because that's the year that they traded Garoppolo over Tom Brady, which they should have drafted. They should have traded Tom Brady over Garoppolo, because Garoppolo is so much a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady, Garoppolo for life. Anyway.
Okay. Malcolm Butler was a very good cornerback for a few years.
And then they lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles because they didn't have Malcolm Butler, because Belichick's a shitty coach. Anyway.
It's incredible what literally one defensive stop would have done to that Super Bowl.
Literally. And then Brandon Cook was in that Super Bowl and he got a concussion that same Super Bowl, like one quarter in, because he wasn't looking where he was going and got absolutely smoked by Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah? Remember that?
Unfortunate.
Well, remember that? Yeah. And then he went to the Rams and got absolutely smoked again by the Seattle Seahawks and got another concussion. You remember that? Yeah? No? Alright. And then he went to the Texans. Yeah. Alright, well, that is indeed the podcast. An hour and 36 minutes of it. Jack, would you like to do the outro, or would you like me to do it?
Go for it.
Alright, Jack,
And you know what I'm going to say?
Fuck
the Cowboys.
Yep, fuck the Cowboys. That's what I thought. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Maybe stream on Thursday. Jack, are you going to join?
No.
No, okay. I'll probably be the only one again. Yeah. And I'll probably quit halfway through because I get bored. Anyway.
I have an essay to write.
Ah, shit. You do? Yo, let me...
Yeah.
I got a speech that I have to do for public speaking. It's about why gambling should be pushed to age 25.